this is a very important ayah, 72, because it actually emphasizes the universality of monotheism across all prophets. Every messenger brought the same message of pure Tawheed. If Isa said something that is contradictory to that, that would be a huge problem. Right? And that is why this ayah addresses the fundamental principle of Islamic belief in Aqidah, that worship and obedience belongs to Allah exclusively, nobody else. This ayah is also talking about the Nasara or the Christians taking Isa and his mother as gods besides Allah. Right? We will talk about that in the very next ayah, ayah number 73, which I'll do together because they are both related to the same theme. In ayah number 73, Allah will say, لَقَدْ كَفَرَ الَّذِينَ. Again, the same structure, you see? لَقَدْ كَفَرَ. For sure they have disbelieved. Who? الَّذِينَ قَالُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ ثَالِثُ ثَلَاثَ. Who say Allah is one in a Trinity. وَمَا مِنْ إِلَهٍ إِلَّا إِلَهُ وَاحِدٌ. For sure, there is only one God. وَإِن لَمْ يَنْتَهُ. If you do not stop saying this, وَإِن لَمْ يَنْتَهُ عَمَّا يَقُولُونَ. If you do not stop saying this, لَيَمَّسَّنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْهُمْ عَذَابٌ أَلِيمٌ. Those who disbelieve among them will be afflicted with severe punishment. So 72 and 73 are basically clarifying and correcting the Christian notion of Isa's status and his mother's status. If you look at ayah 72 alone, the moment, what does Allah continue? After he said that, those who have said that Allah is Messiah or Jesus, son of Mary, have disbelieved, have done kufr. Because the Messiah himself said to worship Allah, my Lord and your Lord. Right after that, Allah will talk about shirk. So this just tells you how grave shirk is and how the big injustice shirk is. Because Allah created humanity to worship Him alone and to be obedient to Him alone. And not to any messenger, not to any prophet. And so anyone who worships others alongside Him has violated this fundamental purpose and fundamental item or fundamental pillar of belief, of Aqidah. And that is why he said that إِنَّهُ مَن يُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ. Whoever associates others with Allah in worship. He is using this example of the disbelief of the Nasara to use a general principle. Whoever associates others with worship. إِنَّهُ مَن يُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ فَقَدْ حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ الْجَنَّةَ وَمَأْوَاهُ النَّارِ. Paradise will be forbidden and they will be in the fire of hell. A few ayahs ago, we talked about ayah number 69, which talked about, now you can see why that ayah 69, which mentions the Muslims, the Jews, the Christians, now you can understand that ayah in a lot more depth, a lot more detail. Because now you can understand why Allah is mentioning that ayah 69 in the middle of correcting some of the misconceptions of the Yahud and the Nasara. And by extension, everyone else who has a messed up belief. Because that ayah 69 is really an ayah of salvation, but provided you turn back and follow the right message and the right book and the right path. So this ayah also contradicts, that Isa alayhi salam is not Allah, is not God, as we said, because he explicitly denied it himself. And it also is a consistent message across all the prophets. If Isa said something different, it would be a huge problem, right? And so you can see the fact that Allah is saying paradise is forbidden and they will be in the fire of hell, which means if you do this, listen to me. Now you can understand why Allah had used the term Nasara. That term Nasara in ayah number 69 cannot be taken in isolation by saying anybody who is a Christian has salvation. No. Look at 72. How will you explain 72 then? Why would Allah go and correct the Christian beliefs if He says that anyone who is a Christian has earned salvation? It doesn't make any sense, right?